Hey people, welcome to the channel, and in this case taking a look at something that's actually pretty cool, which is this lighter right here. Maybe more intended for survival, prepping, really? Well, let's check it out. Look, it's basically an updated version of the Explorer lighter. There's a bunch of models similar, and these are like ruggedized arc lighters. So you have your plasma lighter that has that arc that you see there. Let me get it nice and close. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nice and visible. And that arc will actually start a fire. In my experience, it's not quite the same efficiency that you have with a proper flame, right? This is faster, heats up more, and starts the actual fire better. But this, if it's like a piece of paper, I guess if you're a smoker, this will do it for you. But in my experience, any little bit of tinder, it will ignite it. It will light it. And if you have tissue paper, ordinary paper from like a book, you have mine there, by the way, as always, it will light it. So you will start a fire properly with these lighters. And the nice thing is you don't have any fuel, you don't have any gas or liquid. It's just a battery and electricity at work. And that is nice because it means no leaking, no spilling of stuff, and you can recharge it just like you do with your cell phone. And it's not really all that much juice that it needs. It just charges fairly quickly, and you have the option of starting fire right away. Now this one is cool because I have somewhat of the same thing with a few upgrades. The first quite obvious thing that you see is that instead of having, and the quality of these things is tangibly not great, so I have my doubts about how durable these things. I mean, this one is still working. I don't use them a whole lot. Every once in a while I try them out, but they seem durable enough. But I'd be happier with a proper actual brand I can trust that makes a more solid product. But it's even been the case that Zippo has done things that have let me down. So I mean, I guess it's more of a hit and miss. So the first thing you notice is that the distribution here, you need to actually put something in there. In this case, it is a lot easier to just get close to something and just make contact and start burning something right away with that. So I like this way a lot more. Besides that, this uses a micro USB port. This one uses a USB Type-C. The one we use these days, a lot more practical instead of messing with the older micro USB thing. Other than that, similar. This is a lot more visible, orange color. This one, not so much. One of the things I don't like about both of these is this freaky, like rubbery feel material that it has. It's bad. It just doesn't hold on well. Whatever thing I've had that had this rubbery feel material, it always ends up like this, which is gooey and sticky to touch, and just, you know, it just starts breaking apart, and it becomes sticky, oily, and just fails as a material. It's just not good. So yeah, that's something that I don't like about this. I know how this is gonna end. It's gonna end up just like that, and this is already getting a little bit tacky and sticky. It's just degrading. The plasticky, the rubbery things start degrading and gets sticky and messy, and it's quite bad. I much rather have something that's a nice, smooth plastic surface. That would have been a lot better. But besides that, the party trick that this one has is that besides being a lighter, it's also, it's also lights, a flashlight, and it's actually a quite good one. I mean, it's not a proper dedicated, name brand flashlight, but it's not bad at all. I mean, it has a nice little internal reflector there going on for it, which focuses light nicely, and you have 1, 2, 3 different modes. So you have a rechargeable flashlight with a nice lumen output. This is easily gonna be about 100 lumens. Yeah, definitely. And it focuses that light quite nicely. It's not a thrower, but it's more than capable of getting the job done as a walking light when it's started out there or during an emergency, by all means. So this thing combines these two main things that you definitely want to have in an emergency: a way of starting a fire and a flashlight, and in a pretty, in a pretty nice little kit there. I liked it. I think it's quite good. So is this gonna be going into all of my kits and bags? It would if it was from a brand I trusted more and they had like years of experience with it, and I know I can trust it. So far, it's just gonna be in the test, right? It's gonna be tested out there. It actually has the same button, so it's probably the same company behind it. This one has been holding on okay. I won't say it hasn't. So it's still working, which is more than I can say of many of these lighters that end up having leaks or problems. I've had luck with the Thunderbird inserts for my Zippos, but this is interesting. I like it, and I would like some good company to show around and make this in a more sturdy construction. That would be much appreciated. Anyway, that's gonna be all for now, guys. So far, I think it's gonna be better to stick to your traditional big lighter, right, and a little bit of tape so as to make it even more useful and more visible. But this has a lot of potential. We'll see how it goes as time goes by. Okay, folks, see you next time. Take care.